Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Getting a little bit of a late start this morning. Couldn't get into the park at 8 o'clock. They didn't open the gates until about 8:10 this morning. They are short-staffed here. Lost one of our rangers. He transferred to another state. So there's certain things they got to get done before they open the park to the public. Just must have took them a little longer this morning. But it was worth the wait. $83 out here, 83 degrees. Expecting today's temperature to be in the low 90s. Add another 10 degrees to that for the humidity. It'll feel like it's in the low 100s. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue sky. The water is calming down a little bit. So I am on the boardwalk at the north end of Area 2 in Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park in North Naples, Florida. And it looks like we have some of that red drift algae on the beach here in the park as well. So it must be all along the Southwest Florida coast right now. Again, that's not anything that's gonna hurt you, hurt people or marine life. Just ugly to look at, that seaweed looking stuff along the shoreline. Nothing dangerous. Our friend Fran Critchfield has asked that you keep her in your prayers, her and her family. Fran's nervous about a medical procedure she's going to be going in for today, so keep Fran in your prayers. And her husband. Also, one of our YouTube friends requested prayers for a friend of theirs. This poor guy's got double pneumonia and COVID-19. He is in the ICU and not expected to pull through. Horrible, horrible, horrible. That's horrible for the family. Just taking a little stroll down the beach here to see if there's anything interesting before I turn around and walk the other way. That water is looking better now that it's calming down a little bit. Roy is in such better shape now that he has his portable unit. I spent a while with him yesterday afternoon at his house, making sure he's got it all figured out and helping him get it set up in a easy place to charge so you don't have to lug it around too much. But he is thrilled to death with his new portable oxygen concentrator. I mean, it just gives him so much more freedom, flexibility. I'm not noticing any new nests along here, any new sea turtle nests yet. I don't know if the rangers have even had time to come out and check this morning. And so, being short-staffed, they got their hands full, being understaffed. Just going to go down here a little bit further before turning around. We're in Area 1 now. It is gorgeous. It has calmed down a lot since 3 days ago. The wind has died down. Hey, if you're just joining us for the first time, if this is your first beach walk with us, please don't be shy. Introduce yourself to the group. Let everyone know where you're watching from. Consider the beach a background here. This is really the purpose of these morning live feeds, is to bring people together, to give you a place to come and meet new people. Chat with your old friends. It's a little social gathering. It's all about the social and social media. The beach is just a nice background for our get-together. But we do see some neat things on occasions in the mornings here at the beach. You never know when a dolphin might come swimming by, or we'll meet some interesting people, or see some interesting marine life. It's just an alternative to watching the news while you're having your morning coffee. So we invite you to become a member of our beach family. Also, if you're having any problems, if you need some prayers, feel free to ask the group. Let the group know what your problems are. If you or a family member needs some prayers, even your pets. We all love animals here. We're all animal lovers, beach lovers and animal lovers. We love our pets. Let the group know. and they will put you on their prayer list. We are a family. This is not really a group. I call us a group and friends, but we are a family. Such a difference between walking the beach here and walking the beach on Vanderbilt. Walking Vanderbilt Beach. This is my beach of choice by far. I just love the natural look. No condos, no homes along the beach here. Nobody peering down at me from their balcony. If you appreciate what I do here, if you enjoy what I do, if you enjoy our time together, and you'd like to show support, financial support, there's a couple ways you can do that. One, you can send stars. You see that little number up next to the amount of people watching, it says 0. But if you want to send some stars, you can buy some stars on Facebook and send me stars. I get a penny, 1 penny for each star that you send. Another way is you can become a regular monthly supporter. At the end of the post, you should see a become a supporter option. Those of you that are supporters, those of you that do send the stars, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every dollar counts. Of course, in the description of this post, there's a link to my PayPal account. And if you're feeling extra generous and you want to send a little tip, a little thank you, you can do that using my PayPal account. I really appreciate that. But most of all, I enjoy your friendship. It's nice to have so many caring friends out there. It's just amazing how quickly the need was answered for that oxygen concentrator for Roy. A POC, portable oxygen concentrator, POC. It's just amazing how quickly the funds came in to purchase that for Roy. Just amazing at the generosity here. Just incredible. I can't express how happy he is about that. And the people at the Turtle Club, the Vanderbilt Inn, the Vanderbilt Beach Inn there, where he's sitting now in the mornings up there in Vanderbilt Beach. That's so nice of them to let him use one of their lounge chairs so he doesn't have to drag his chair out on the beach. I mean, between that oxygen concentrator and that, it just made things so much easier for him. And he does have people up at Vanderbilt Beach that keep an eye on him. I see tons of little fish jumping around here. Little teeny tiny, look like fingerlings. You can see the little silver reflections as they turn on their side. If you look really close, you can see little silver flashes down here in the water. Just a school of little hatchlings. Little teeny tiny hatchlings. The water's pretty cloudy here still from the waves. See if they come up to the surface there. I think you can see them down there. You should be able to see them. There's a couple different sizes there. Bird food. That's bird food. That's what our little snowy egrets sit on the shore just picking out of the water. They eat them like popcorn, just one after the other. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of that happening this morning. Just never know what we're going to see out here. That's what makes it fun. Being live, you just don't know what you're going to see. Don't see any ospreys. I don't see any ospreys in the pine trees this morning. I don't see them. I don't hear any calling out. Yet, anyway. No ospreys yet. Back to where we started here at the boardwalk in Area 2. That's where we came in. Over on that boardwalk there. Quiet out in the water so far. Quiet out in the water so far. The shadows of the pine trees here raking across the beach. Keeps the temperature down for a while. That's the one thing that's really nice about this park. Is you can always find a shady spot. If you want to sit in the shade, you can find some shade here up until about high noon. So if you've got some fair skin and you don't want to burn, the mornings are best here at Del Norwegians. I mean, you can find shade in the afternoon, but you're not going to be sitting on the beach. You're going to have to go back up into the picnic areas under the trees. Which there's quite a few picnic tables. There's actually a little trail along the beach back in behind the trees there. You walk that trail and there's barbecue grills and picnic tables. Restroom facilities, showers. It's a great park. Great park, Del Norwegians Pass State Park. There's about a mile of shoreline here. The beach gets pretty narrow up at the north end. It pretty much disappears for a little bit. Couldn't be any easier to get to this park. If you're on I-75, you just get off at exit 111. Exit 111. And you go west. Exit 111 is Immokalee Road. If you're on 41, go west on Immokalee Road in North Naples. It dead ends at the front gate of the park. Couldn't be any easier to get to. Looks like we had a little false crawl here. I see the remnants of some sea turtle tracks here coming out of the water. I don't know how high she went. The rangers did check it out already. Where'd she go? How high up here did she go? Up into here somewhere. Up into here. She came up into here. Is where she turned around, where you see all this sand disturbed here. So, false crawl last night. A false crawl. I don't know how many nests there are now on the beach at Delnor Wiggins. Yesterday we saw 210. We saw nest number 210 on Vanderbilt Beach. I believe the other day when I was out here, we had seen nest number 32 was the highest number that we saw out here at Delnor Wiggins. I'm sure they've had another one or two come ashore since then. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what number that is there. I can't see a number on that nest. I don't know what number that is. We are in Area 3 now, Area 3. We started in Area 2, walked down into Area 1, turned around, started walking north. Now we're in Area 3. On a beautiful Wednesday morning in North Naples, Florida, if you're just tuning in. Absolutely awesome. Got some chances for rain later this afternoon. Scattered rain throughout Southwest Florida. Hit and miss. We'll see if we get any rain later today as it heats up. Great day to come to the beach. If you have the day off of work, bring the kids to the beach. There's plenty of room here. Plenty of room at the park to spread out, to keep your distance. There is our skybox in Area 3, our skybox. We've nicknamed the end of the boardwalk at the north end of Area 3. We call that the skybox. It's got a little bench built into it, but you can see it's raised up just a little bit there. It's not like it's a real skybox, but it is a great spot to sit and watch the sunsets. If you can get there, if nobody's there. That's at the north end, the very north end of parking lot 3. I mean, it's just a stone's throw. That's the one good thing about this beach, the access. I mean, there's lots of good things, but one of the good, really nice features is if you have a hard time walking, you see we got a boardwalk here. Some places it's just a sandy trail, but it's just a short walk to the parking lot. Look how close the parking lot is. Over in there. Very, very easy access. And there's one of the bathhouses back in there, one of the restrooms and changing rooms. There's outdoor showers. I mean, this is a beautiful park. It's got great amenities. Great people working here too, the rangers, the volunteers. They take pride in this park. And they work hard to keep it looking good. And I hope everybody appreciates that. That comes out here and uses it. Remember to leave the beach the way you found it. If you see some trash, pick it up. Leave it even better than it was when you came out here. Do your part to help out and keep our park looking great and inviting. I don't know what the water temperature is. It's pretty warm. Pretty darn warm, I can tell you that. As I walk along and, I'm going to step out here just a little bit. It's about knee deep where I'm standing right now, about knee deep. Kind of hard to walk. It's very uneven on the bottom right now because all those waves we had recently. There's a school of those little tiny hatchlings down there. See if they come up to the surface. They went down, darn it. They went down into deeper water. When I walked up on them, they outsmarted me. Outsmarted by fish. The water's pretty cloudy though. Darn it. They're all down in here. I'm keeping my eyes open for dolphins out in the water, turtle tracks on the beach, shells along the shoreline. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Roy got a call yesterday from one of our friends. He couldn't remember who it was. He was trying to tell me that he got a call from somebody. He said they called from out west. A lady, one of our lady friends, called Roy. And Roy couldn't remember that person's name. He was thankful for the call, but he couldn't remember the person's name when he was trying to tell me. So whoever that was, if you're watching, thank you for calling Roy. Any of you that have Roy's phone number, please feel free to give him a call. He enjoys the conversation. Come on, dolphins, where are you at? I'm having some serious dolphin withdrawals here. It's been weeks now. Weeks. They're out here. People are seeing them. Just they're not out here when I'm out here. They're being very elusive. Very elusive. Good morning. I don't know if any of you have befriended Elizabeth at Progress Notes, our mermaid friend Elizabeth. She is up in Silver Springs at mermaid school, learning the ins and outs of how to be a professional mermaid. Kind of fun to follow along on her page. Always fun to see her and her mermaid friends out here at the beach. Hopefully that'll happen soon. Got a little extra wave action right here. Must be a little shallower right here. Out where those waves are kind of building up, that's where there's a sandbar out there. I don't know if this was nest number 32 or I think there might be a new nest up here. I don't know. No, it was just the way the light was hitting. It looked like a new nest. No, as nest number 28. It was just the way the light was hitting it. Nest 28. This is the widest stretch of beach right now. This is area 4. This is definitely the widest stretch of beach in the park. So if you're looking for a lot of white sand, parking lot 4 is where you're going to want to be. As you can see, there's quite a bit of beach here, as opposed to down at the south end. There's a jet ski going to be racing by out there. I don't know if you can see it off in the distance. You're going to have to look really hard coming from the left. Going through. He is moving. He is booking it. There is a volleyball net here in Area 4. It's just up here a little ways. About in the middle of Area 4. Anybody that's into volleyball, I never see anybody using that. I never see anybody using that net. They put it up a couple years ago. I maybe I've seen some people using it once or twice. That's about it. I'm sure it gets used on holiday weekends. This beach fills up on holiday weekends. They got to close the gates early in the morning. It reaches capacity early in the morning. A lot of times that happens during our winter months too, especially on weekends. But now with this darn virus, things have kind of quieted it down. Sadly. Area 4, the north end of Area 4 there, those trees, we all know what that is. Roy's Beach up there. Man, I hope someday he can get back out here early in the mornings. I miss those morning chats with him under the pine tree, sitting over on Audrey's bench. Hey, thanks for the stars. I see we're up to 250 stars this morning. Thank you. I refer to the sounds of the waves as our morning symphony. Our symphony isn't as bold and loud as it was a couple days ago. Still beautiful though, listening to the waves. I hear one of our rangers coming up behind me. Oh, it's the boss. It's the boss man. Ranger T, our park manager. on his four-wheeler. Just making sure everybody's behaving themselves, staying away from our sea turtle nests. Not fishing in places where they shouldn't be fishing. We're in a no fishing area here. All the way up to the north end of the park is no fishing, just swimming only. Then when you get up to Area 5, the very north end of the park, that's where you can go fishing, and there's no swimming allowed up there. So keep that in mind if you're a fisherman coming out here. Fishing is only allowed at the north end of the park. A lot of people don't realize that, and the rangers have to advise them. It's always a good idea just to ask what the rules are. You know, before you go to a park, go online and refresh yourself with the rules. Each park has its own little nuances. We have some parks here, and well, there's several. There's one I know of here in Southwest Florida that's kind of the honor system. You just put your money in at the gate. There's no personnel at the park, and it's thousands of acres up in Estero. I believe it's Estero Bay. I think it's called Estero Bay, Florida State Park, something like that. A lot of people don't even know it's there. A lot of people don't even know that park is there. It's just just hiking trails. Lots of hiking trails. A great park to check out. There's a night heron up here on the beach. A night heron. Let's see if it stays there. It's kind of standing in the shadows. Don't want to startle it. I don't know if you can see it up there in front of me. Beautiful night heron. He's checking me out. Checking me out. Yeah, I'm checking you out too. She'd come out in the sun, he or she. There is a night heron. I think that's a yellow-crowned night heron. I'm not sure. He's right on the edge of the sun. He's just in the shadows. There he goes. He, she. I lost. My screen has gone almost black here. Sorry. Anyway, we got to look at the night heron. Very cool. Get a look at my nose. We'll go up the beach a little further. See if there's any more turtle action, any sea turtle action. It's kind of quiet this year at Del Nor-Wiggins. It's busy down on Vanderbilt Beach, though. Holy cow. lot of nests on Vanderbilt Beach, Pelican Bay Beach. Pretty steep angle here. A pretty steep angle. Yeah, head up here to, we're in Area 5 now. We just crossed over into Area 5 at the northernmost end of Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park. Tide's kind of high right now. I love wading out onto the sandbars and where the water gets a little shallower and look back at the beach. See if I can do that here. See how deep it gets. Up over my waist. These little waves coming in. All right, there we go. Now I'm getting up on the sandbar. I love standing out here and just taking in the beauty of the beach. Just gives you a little different perspective there. The water's about knee deep out here where I'm standing now. You're so used to seeing the beach from standing in the sand. This is just, I like this view of the beach. Gives you a good view of it. Put it all into perspective. As we look down to the south. Love the clouds out there in the Gulf. Always love the clouds. Our cloudscapes, our skyscapes, our cloud creatures. Just a little further north behind me is where the swimming area stops. I'm okay where I'm at. the south end of Area 5 here. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Whew, those reflections are bright in the water. Right down here, the little shimmers. They are bright. Well, get back up on shore here. It's gonna drop off here and get a little deeper. There we go. Now it's up to my waist. Up to my waist right in here. I don't think I missed any turtle tracks. All right, back on the beach. Good morning.
Get out right now.
Right ahead of me where the trees start close to the beach there, that's where the fishing area starts. A couple of our friends have been finding some neat fossils out here. Our friend Justine, I believe it was Sunday, found a really neat fossilized, looked like some kind of clam shell or maybe a scallop shell, really neat. And our friend Kevin, he found a neat fossil, don't know what it was, don't know what it is. He found a very cool fossil yesterday out here. There is a lot of interesting things out here if you take the time to look. The shelling has not been that great lately. I don't know why. The shelling has not been very good lately. Our friends just picking up maybe one or two nice little shells here and there. I don't know how the shark tooth hunting is going. I don't know if anybody's found some nice shark's teeth out here lately. Kind of hard to see down here with these waves. I don't see an osprey in that pine tree either. A lot of times we'll see an osprey sitting up in that pine tree. Used to see an osprey up there like clockwork. All right, if you look close, you'll see a little white buoy out in the water. If you look really close, that is where the swimming area ends. Starts or ends, however you want to look at it. To the left you can swim, to the right you cannot swim. And boats are not supposed to come inside of those buoys. I don't know if you can see it out there. Well, it's been a pretty quiet walk so far this morning. Beautiful. And again, remember, if you're just tuning in, that's the whole purpose of these beach walks, is just to have something peaceful to look at, someplace peaceful to go in the mornings, and hopefully make some new friends. That is the whole purpose of these live feeds in the morning, is provide a peaceful background, a peaceful environment for people to come together in the mornings during their morning coffee, an alternative to the mainstream news, and hopefully make some new friends, catch up with your old friends, and hopefully make some new ones. That's what these beach walks are all about. And on occasion we do see something really exciting out here. So you never know. It's the thrill of being live. Good morning. Me personally, I have made a tremendous amount of friends through these live feeds, through my time here at Del Nor-Wiggins, the time I spent out here. Met some wonderful people, wonderful friends. Always looking for new members here, looking for new members in our beach family. Please become a regular. Love to see you. Love to see you out here in person, if that's possible. It's always fun meeting our friends, our beach family members in person. Early this year in January, we had a little get-together. People actually flew in from different parts of the country. We had a little gathering of our friends here at the beach. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to do that for a while. That's sad. But at least we still can spend time together on Facebook in the mornings. I love this part of the park up here. The water actually gets clearer up here at the north end. Now, if the tide was out, sometimes when we have a very extreme low tide where those waves are breaking, we can walk out to there at low tide, where you see these little waves building up and breaking out there. At low tide, sometimes that's dry ground out there. And we have those super moons. Found some interesting shells here over the years. Really nice shells. Beautiful colors right here in the water. Beautiful colors. This is looking up to the north, up towards Wiggins Pass. Across Wiggins Pass at Barefoot Beach Preserve, Bonita Beach, Estero Beach, all the way up to Fort Myers. You can see from here, you can see all the way up to Fort Myers Beach, Cape Coral, the high rises. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Ooh, if the rangers come by, they'll tell these folks to get out of the water up here. Looks like we've had a little erosion along here. Quite a little ledge here. Quite a little ledge. But this is the very north end of the park. Wiggins Pass. This is Wiggins Pass. Wiggins Pass is the mouth of the Cocohatchee River up in North Naples. Beautiful sky, beautiful water today. Never mind that old stinking red drift algae. We'll pretend we don't even see that. Good morning. How are you doing today? Good. Find anything good?
Not too much.
No.
Still a beautiful day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The beach is calling your name. The beach is calling your name. Like I said earlier, plenty of room here, plenty of room to social distance. Have your own turf here. Stake your claim on the beach. It is starting to heat up out here, starting to warm up now. Out in the full sun. Clouds are starting to build out there. Morning. Gorgeous colors. Hey, if you're just tuning in, we're up at Wiggins Pass in North Naples, Florida. Wiggins Pass. We are in Del Nor Wiggins Pass State Park on the south side of Wiggins Pass. Barefoot Beach Preserve Park over on the north side there across the pass. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Hey, what did you find? COVID-19.
Oh, no, it's a crab.
Yep,
Crab tarantula.
it's a spider crab. Yeah,
Hey.
look at that.
Yeah, I got to get a picture of it. We just found, I want to get this crab before he goes away. Anyway,
Oh,
but
he's
don't
chilling.
bring
He's
the dog
camouflaged.
down swimming, whatever you do.
He's camouflage.
He's harmless. Very cool.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go back to the shade box, okay? We got that done, and, you know, we're not going to be here. There, I don't know what time we got here. Except everybody. I got to go, John. I'll call you in a little bit. I got to get a picture of this thing.
Beautiful out here.
Just fine for me. I think the chair's sounding real good about now.
Soak in those colors. Soak in those colors. The blues and the greens, the whites. I'm gonna start making my way back down the beach here slowly. A couple jet skis coming out to my right, heading out into the Gulf. A boat, there's another boat behind this one. 2 jet skis going out. Minding the rules of the water. No wake zone here. This is a no wake zone. Minding the rules. A lot of times you'll see them jet skis racing through here. They're behaving this morning. Two pontoon boats. One just beaching itself. One already beached over there at Barefoot Beach. That is a busy place on the weekends over there. You cannot do that here at the state park. You can't beach your boat on park property. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Oh, this is so typical. Where there's a bait bucket, there's birds. Little snowy egrets hanging around the bait bucket. Never fails. Looking for a free meal. I want to get into the shade here. I'm burning up out here. Burning up. Hey, thanks for tagging along this morning. It's always fun having my friends walking with me out here. I wish I could see the screen. I know some friends have sent some stars. I appreciate that. Thanks for showing your support with the stars. You get a penny for each star that gets sent. Also, you guys that are regular monthly supporters of my Southwest Florida television page, I appreciate that. You guys that have chosen that option, thank you so much. I really need to see those numbers go up here. I need to see those numbers go up. I love coming out here and doing this, but it is kind of a job. It is kind of a job. Doesn't feel like a job. And I love doing it. I love coming out here and giving everyone a chance to get together. But I do invest a lot of time in this. It's not just the time on the beach, it's the time uploading other things to the page and keeping an eye on it and replying to messages. from friends, responding to all the messages from friends. That is time consuming. People don't realize that. You don't realize how many people contact me with questions. I'm not like a Southwest Florida tour guide or real estate agent, but people are always asking me questions about the area. You know, that's fine. I don't mind that. If I have the answers, I'll give them to you. The only thing, just don't ask me how the weather is. That, if you have to ask me, if you watch this video and have to ask me what the weather is like, come on. And real estate. If you got real estate questions, if you have any real estate questions, this is really important. Get in touch with my friend, our friend. She is part of our beach family. Get in touch with Astrid Lawrence. I always include a link to her contact information in the description of this post. Anything to do with real estate in Southwest Florida, get in touch with Astrid. She will, if you're looking for a home, if you're looking to buy or sell, she can take care of you. She can give you a quick idea of neighborhoods, what price ranges are. I mean, if you're seriously considering living here or moving here or whatever, get in touch with her. She's a great person. She goes the extra mile. I know she has worked with clients for years before finding the right home for them. She has found some homes for several of our friends here. She's working on a couple right now, actually. She's just a wonderful person, Astrid. And she's going through a tough time in her life right now, and she could really use it. She could use the work. God bless you, Astrid. And if you're looking for a little, not the Ritz-Carlton Hotel and not the old-fashioned mom and pop inn, but if you're looking for a nice little family-owned hotel to stay in, you're also going to find a link to the Inn of Naples in the description of my post. The Inn of Naples. Let Brittany and the manager, Brittany at the hotel, know that you're a friend of mine, a friend of Southwest Florida Television, and they'll do their best to cut you a deal. That's where most of our friends stay when they come down to visit. They'll stay at the Inn of Naples. Keep that in mind if you ever get back to traveling. Some interesting things coming out in the news today about Florida and those COVID numbers. It seems those numbers have been falsified. It'll be interesting to see how this works out. The numbers have been inflated, the number of cases. I don't know why somebody would do that. So that'll be interesting to keep an eye on that story. Be nice if it's true. Look over here. Are you gonna leave him there? Are you gonna leave him? That's funny. Completely buried in the sand. Oh, I remember doing that to my dad as a kid, burying him in the sand. That was always fun. God, for the most part, as a little kid, I grew up on the beach over in Miami. I was a beach bum. I don't think I owned a pair of shoes. Just little rubber flip-flops. I think back then, if I'm not mistaken, I think we used to call those little rubber flip-flops Zoris. Zoris, I think was the name of them. Go get your Zoris. We're going to the beach. I didn't even think I owned a shirt. When I look back on some of my old pictures when I was a a little kid, I'm always in shorts and no shirt. Sometimes I had shoes on or flip-flops. Most of the time, just bare feet. It was a whole different time when I was a kid in Miami. I'm talking back in the early 60s here, folks. Didn't even lock our doors. South Miami is where I grew up. If anybody's familiar with the Miami area, I grew up just blocks away from the University of Miami. There's kind of a landmark intersection in South Miami, the city of South Miami. It's the intersection of Red Road and Sunset Drive, Red Road and Sunset Drive, and they call that the Four Corners. And I was a stone's throw from there where I grew up. It was a quiet little neighborhood. Everybody knew everybody. You know, a little local grocery store. A little five and dime bookstore, drugstore, you know, drugstore with the counter you sit at on the chairs that you could spin around on. Sunset Drugs. I had a good time growing up in Miami as a kid. A good time. Lots of fond memories of days at the beach with my friends. I mean, literally, our parents would just dump us at the beach and leave. Everybody knew everybody. The beach that I hung out at, it was kind of an interesting little beach. You might want to check it out. It was called Matheson Hammock Park. Matheson Hammock Park. It's kind of an interesting little park. There's several beaches to it. But where we would hang out, they had this, it was kind of like a enclosed pool. They just kind of built a circular barrier and filled it with salt water, and they just let the salt water in and out. They had a way to pump it out and then put clean water in. I think they did that about once a month or something. But it was really cool, Matheson Hammock. Check it out. A very, very nice park. But the lifeguards all knew us. I mean, we were in good hands there. I actually sent some of our friends over there. They were over on the other coast. It's not too far from Fairchild Gardens here. Oh, hey, good morning. How are you today?
Good.
Fairchild Gardens. Any of you people with green thumbs, I'm sure you've heard of Dr. Fairchild. Another wonderful place to check out. Something that's really neat in Miami, if you get into some of the older neighborhoods, especially in the Coconut Grove area, in the South Miami area, the Old Cutler area, you'll come across some old homes that are made out of coral rock. They were actually built out of coral rock. It is just amazing. I had a friend of mine that had a house made out of coral rock. It was so cool. And literally in the summertime it was cool. The rock, it was cool inside the house. The rock, the stone kept it cool. A lot of neat things. I don't think I'd want to be over there now. You know, there's some neat things here in Naples. You know, obviously our beach, a huge attraction, our beach here. That's the number one attraction. And our pier down, the city of Naples pier down to the south of here. That is probably the most visited spot in the city of Naples. Botanical Gardens, that's a fun place to visit here. The Everglades Wonder Gardens, the Naples Zoo. Got some great art museums. Art museums here. A wonderful children's museum. A great children's museum. Awesome, awesome parks, an awesome park system. And then, of course, one of the biggest attractions in the country that people forget about when they come here, just to the east of us, the Florida Everglades. Don't forget about the Florida Everglades. No trip to South Florida is complete without a visit to the Florida Everglades and a ride on an airboat and a swamp buggy. And getting your picture taken holding a little baby alligator. That is the true Florida experience. I grew up here and we would do that at least once a year. I grew up here and we would do that at least once a year. Usually because when you live in Florida, you got lots of friends from up north. They just come out of the woodwork. All your friends from up north come out of the woodwork and just seem to want to come visit you in Florida. There's never a shortage of friends. So my mom and dad were always entertaining friends that would come down. I'm standing in the shade here, cooling off. It is brutally hot out in the sun, and it's early. It is early yet. I wanted to come up here under the shade of the pines and just say hi to Audrey. Roy's late wife, Audrey, our friend Roy, who, if you're not familiar with Roy, you gotta just scroll through a couple posts and you'll meet our friend Roy, 95-year-old Roy Hazy. He was in the Navy during World War II and the Korean War. He was a communications officer. But he had a bench put here in memory of his wife, Audrey, who passed, I'm going to say now, about 5 years ago. So I like to just go say hi to her every once in a while. Since Roy isn't up here, he can't get into the beach early in the morning. And it gets too hot out here for him at this time. So I just go check in with Audrey, say hi to her. Thank her for keeping an eye out on Roy. If you know Roy, she's got her hands full watching over him. If you're not familiar with this park, you'll see there's barbecue grills all back in these trees. There's a little trail that kind of comes and goes back here. But they've got picnic tables and barbecue grills. We have had many parties back in here. Last year we actually had our Thanksgiving turkey cooked on the beach here. Cooked on the beach. Right in this spot where I'm standing. We had a nice little group of friends to celebrate Thanksgiving. We usually celebrate Christmas on the beach. They've spread the picnic tables out here to keep groups apart from each other. There used to be a couple tables back here. They've pulled some of them out. There used to be 4 or 5 tables here. Now there's only 2 in this little area. Another grill over there and a table here. And Audrey's bench got moved. Audrey's bench used to be sitting right here. Sitting right here. Some shells that we've hung in memory of Audrey over the years. You can see some of the shells on the tree here that were hanging over her bench. All conch shells, fighting conchs. But there's Audrey's bench. Not as good a view of the water as where it was sitting before, but if Roy ever comes back to the beach, we can move this bench, no problem. But it's got two little plaques on it. Dearest Audrey, you will always be with us, will always be loved. And then over here is a little poem that Roy wrote for their wedding day that he had put on the bench here. A time of love, a time of prayer, a time to tell we really care. A time to dance, a time to sing, a time to hear the heavens ring. A time to leave the outworn way. A blessed time, a newborn day. A time for comradeship and friends. A time that never ends. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love making a little visit over here and reading that once in a while. Just makes me feel good inside. Makes me feel good. I hope it does the same for you. Lots of white sandy beach here in Area 4. Lots of white sandy beach. That water is always refreshing. It's been a nice, peaceful walk this morning. I know we've had some first-timers here with us this morning. I saw some new names on there. great. Our family is open to new members. We are accepting new members all the time. We are open to all people. Love to have you. Love to see you on a regular basis every morning, or every morning that I'm doing this. Occasionally I'll go somewhere else and do a live feed, somewhere else in Naples. But mostly it's at one of our beaches. I'd love to be able to just do this full time. That is my goal, to do this full time. Be able to do several live feeds every day from different places. I'm looking for somebody to hang out with. Somebody to go with me. Somebody that could benefit from the exposure of being out in the public in different places. I'm thinking maybe it might be Elizabeth. It might be our new friend Elizabeth. Making new contacts. But of course, the only way I can do that is through your help, through your support, of course. I am not retired. I am not retired and got bills to pay. So it all depends on what you guys want to see. Some little waves popping up here. The waves come in waves. We'll get some waves and it calms down. It is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful here, folks. Beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. Thank you for tagging along with me. That's a view there. That is a view. Especially from out in the water. These are the views I love. Getting out here. I'll get out on the sandbar again. Those are my views that I love. Looking back at our beach and those beautiful clouds. Just gorgeous. Ugh, almost got knocked over by a wave. Listen to it. Almost knocked me down. That is a gorgeous view. I'd love to take a picture of it. I'm scared to lose my connection. I'm gonna try it. Keep your fingers crossed. I did it. Ha! Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Love those waves breaking like that. That is so neat. Broke right on top of me here. Keep you looking the other direction. We're at the south end of Area 4 Beach. Almost got knocked down by one of those little waves. That wouldn't be good. Well, how's everybody doing? Whoever is left here and hanging on for the duration. I don't know if anybody's been here the whole time this morning. It's been quite a nice little walk. A slow, casual stroll this morning. The whole idea is I spend that amount of time out here so people can come and go during their morning. I don't expect people to hang around forever. Some folks on YouTube don't understand why these videos are so long, but it's because they are live. And we want to give as many of our beach family members as possible the opportunity to come on and see what's going on and say hi to their friends. That's why they are so long. It's for that live experience. I love seeing people out here enjoying the beach, enjoying and respecting the beach. I love it. Respecting each other as well, respecting each other. Very important that you respect others when you come out here. Remember earlier when we started? We had the place to ourselves. Now look at it. Now look at it. People out in the water, enjoying the water, the nice warm water. Kids out there playing. This is what the beach is supposed to look like. But yet, families are spread out. You notice that? Families are spread out. They're not on top of each other. Pay attention. I wish I could have Ernest down here with me. I wish my little man could be out here. My grandson, Ernest. He loves the beach. Loves the water.
Sometimes maybe.
I'm kind of disappointed we haven't seen any dolphins. To be honest with you, I'm not, with this phone acting up the way it does, this late in the day, I can barely see the screen. It gets so hot. The screen gets so dim. I wouldn't be able to zoom in on the dolphins anyway like I can in the early morning. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that the new iPhone comes out soon so I can trade this hunk of junk in. This hunk of junk iPhone 11 Pro Max. The flagship of iPhones is a piece of junk when it comes to using it outdoors. I'm hoping someday Apple hears me say that and wants to make me happy. That's why I say it all the time. Hoping somebody that works at Apple will have the heart to get me a better phone or correct this issue. Or not charge me for my phone bill. That would be sweet. Give me a break, you people at Sprint that sold me this thing. I love these clouds. I love the shadows, the clouds, the greens in the water, the greens and blues. I just love this early morning light. Not so early morning anymore, but I love it. Those white puffy clouds up there. Well, our time is coming to an end here. Getting close. So once again, thank you for those stars. Thank you for your financial support. I don't know if anybody sent a little tip or thank you to my PayPal account today. I'll know when I end my live feed. I always appreciate that. That is an awesome little surprise to see that somebody went that extra mile. I just heard, I don't know if it was a kid blowing a whistle or an osprey. Or a kid screaming. I'll look up to the north there. Gonna make my way back over to the one of our sheriffs, Collier County Sheriff, cruising the beach, making sure everybody's behaving. Keep up the good work, guys. Keep up the good work. We support the blue here at Southwest Florida Television. We support the blue. Back the blue. Yeah, the sun just went behind the cloud. Just went in behind the clouds. But here's the boardwalk we started on this morning over in Area 2. The north end of Area 2 at Del Nor Wiggins. You should have this instilled in your brain, this view here. I start a lot of my walks right here. Awesome. Good morning. How are you? It's fun. A lot of people know my name here. Got a lot of friends here. Have accumulated a wealth of friends over the years of doing this. 4 years plus, over 4 years of doing this. Never would have imagined it would have gotten this big, so many followers. And growing every day, every day. A couple more followers. A couple new family members. Help spread the word about Southwest Florida Television on Facebook. The bigger our family, the better. Go ahead. Good morning. How's it going? Oh, you get stuck with the hard work. And there you have it. That's what it's all about, folks. The family. Bring the family to the beach. Love it, love it. Loving our beach. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be able to make that turn. Let's see. Yep. He's got a lot of stuff in that wagon. Oh, now the sun's out. Now the sun's out. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. One last look before he gives one last look. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Love the umbrella down here. Needs some blue stripes. Needs to be red, white, and blue. All right, well, it is time to say tally ho, tally ho. You guys stay safe. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, wherever you are, whatever part of this big, beautiful world you are on. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Rob Stan. God bless.